Yo, what's up, everybody? Your boy JC. Everybody thoughts is in the building. Tonight's topic is when I break, you break. Special guest with me tonight, Mr. Mario himself, Mr. K2102. So everybody gather around. What's going on, Renee? What's going on, Mario? Welcome back.
We're gonna get this right, man.
Yeah, I hope so.
Okay. All right. let me
All right, so
reshare
like,
this thing.
reintroduce yourself to everybody.
All right. Um, Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who I am, I'm Mario Cochran. You can catch me on all social media platforms. Love to have the hard conversation. Love to talk about empowerment. Love to talk about motivational and just good positive vibes. So if you're just tuning in right now, you are in for a treat. I'm back on JC's platform to talk about the hard topics. You dig?
Yeah, so we're talking about when you break, I break. Basically, you're talking about people just moving on from bad relationships, different relationships that's kind of ran its course. And how do you really maneuver from it? And I just feel like a lot of it come down to you got to have self love, and you got to have you got to be determined to find out who you are. 'Cause a lot of times your identity is attached to the person, and you have to figure out who you are as an individual, start over. And might need time to heal, might need time to go there and travel. Make dang all these damn notifications. um, just trying to be with family. You are there travel, just trying to figure out who you are, and just trying to heal and just try to be honest with yourself with whatever you did wrong. You gotta look at the X's and O's is like, what did I do wrong? Like, what could I have done better? Instead of trying to, always point the finger, let's try to self-analyze what could I have done better to make the situation better. Well, what's your take on it?
First of all, you got to tell yourself when you leave a situation, if you're the person that's deciding to walk away, you said to yourself that I've tried everything that I could do possibly, humanly possible. That means I put up with as much shit as I'm gonna take, and it's time to move forward. I'm tired of the toxic behavior. I'm tired of the narcissistic behavior. I'm tired of the lack of consistency. I'm tired. And I'm just tired. So you decide that you want to move forward. The thing about it, you decide to take that step outside the relationship. You gotta leave that dead dog where it's at. You can't drag that dog around because you're gonna be smelling that same stench everywhere you go. So when it's time to move forward and better yourself, you got first of all, you got to have a great support system. You always trying to tell you about the person you ain't with. You see what I'm saying? So because it's almost like you're still with that conversations about that person. So important when you break, you break. That means you gone. You're not calling. You're not sending. You're not checking social media pages. You're not doing none of that because you're focused on you. And if you have kids involved, you're focused on your kids and the betterment of you. But a lot of people don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, you got to cut ties. I mean, go on people's social media pages. They'll be trying to go to the bosses at work. You want to exit that person out your life completely, like they don't really exist. And like I said, y'all have children together, y'all want to co-parent, but other side than that, y'all should be contacting each other. Happy birthday, none of that. Just let it fly. That's the only way really you can be able to focus and get over an ex. You have to be able to be focused and to move on to the next play.
I
Don't be
think
trying
I
to
think
rationalize. You know,
I
worry
think
about the
people
past.
I
Now go
think
on.
people don't realize that when let's back up for a moment. When you are the shit, right? Everybody feels like they the shit. Everybody feels like, you know what, I bring some great stuff to the table. I'm a wonderful, magnificent person, right? When someone else knows you're the shit and you decide that you want to walk away from a situation, they ain't gonna let you leave quietly. You understand what I'm saying? They're gonna do everything in their power to keep your attention because they realize, whoo, that person was smart. That person thought outside the box. Hey, that person had some good. penis, she has a good vagina, whatever it was, they know that you were on your shit. You was on your A game. So when you decide to step out that situation, right? Because you done already gave them a warning. You didn't say, hey, look, you're messing up. You need to fix yourself. And they couldn't get right, right? They just couldn't get right. And you decide, you know what, hey, look, I'm gonna go my separate ways, you go your separate ways. They can't let you go your separate ways peacefully because they know that you're the shit. They know that you're the shit. They know that nobody else out there is going to take the shit that you took, right? They know that nobody else out there is going to support them like you supported them, motivate them like you motivated them. So once they realize that, they want to make sure that, hey, well, I'm going to make sure I keep tabs on you because you the shit. What I'm trying to tell you is you being the shit, you can't worry about what they're doing to stay in your life. You can't make it easy for them to stay in your life. You got to separate that shit. Hey, look, I can care less. I'm not going to give you the time of day. I'm not going to give you no attention. If you want to go around everybody you think I know so you can get some attention, then you go right ahead. But the thing about it is when you cut people out your life, you know what they don't really know? They don't know what you do. They don't know really what you do unless you involve them in your life. When you break out of a relationship, you should break. What you think about JC?
Yeah, you got to break, cut, cut the toxic, the poison. And and I had a question for you, like how soon should you, as far as let's say y'all have pictures together, or have belongings together, how long should you eliminate that, or should you keep photos, memories? Should you keep that on your phone, or should you delete it, or what's your thought process on that situation?
Let's Hey, that's a good question, and I'm gonna answer that. But let me give y'all two things that y'all need to understand. First of all, everybody does not, they don't break on bad terms. They don't break on bad terms. So I'm not, but some people do break on terms where they're not civilized. So I'm saying that if you break on a term that things are just crazy, then I'm telling you delete numbers, block people on social media, move, whatever it is that you got to do so that way you can reset your life. But everybody that does not, if you guys can be friends afterward, that's great. That's wonderful. So you ain't got to go burn pictures and delete this or whatever because you probably had some great memories with that person. You understand what I'm saying? That person can probably still be an asset to your life. I'm saying the person that had you crying, I'm sitting somewhere crying, you know what I'm saying? Sitting somewhere with a knot upside your head. I'm saying the toxic person. I'm saying the narcissistic person. I'm saying the person that drains you of your finances and your energy and your morals and your standards and hurt your children or whatever they did, it made you want to leave that situation. You don't want a reminder of that because everything that you need to know about them is already in your head.
Yeah, like I said, you gotta know how to pick your battles. Sometimes they're gonna be good, sometimes they're gonna work
Mm-hmm.
itself out, but you always gotta be
Mm-hmm.
honest with yourself too. Like, damn, like what I mess up at. Like, I can't just put the blame on her or him, but you gotta, self-assess. Like, I messed up. Like,
Yeah,
maybe I
definitely.
wasn't,
Definitely.
maybe I wasn't the man I was doing. I got lazy, I got complacent. Like we had a video. What do men do to lose their women? It's like you get lazy, you get complacent, lying, start on your phone. You just start being that guy that she kind of fell in love with, and vice versa for men, as far as women, as far as men too. So it's like you gotta keep being that
Mm-hmm.
guy. You gotta keep courting. You gotta keep dating. You gotta keep romancing each other. So you still have to keep being that guy and that girl. So you still have to find that
Right.
balance for each other.
So here's another thing, for everybody that's tuning in, please share, please invite your friends, because I want to make sure that we get all types of comments in here, because I think this conversation, somebody needs to hear this, and I definitely think the person that asked me that question, she's here too, so shout out to her. Um, let's think about this for a moment. We have to stop letting people who we no longer want to be around, be connected to, have power over us after we leave a relationship. I don't care if it's a business relationship. I don't care if it's a personal relationship. Whatever type of relationship it is, stop letting people have power over you. Have power over you, that means as soon as they say something or you heard they say something, go running to respond or try to have a some type of reactionary commitment to what they're doing. I'm telling you right now, that is draining your focus on you. That is draining your betterment on you. The minute that you stop doing that, the minute that you say, I got a text message out the blue talking about, hey, what you doing? Delete. I'm not even gonna try to find out who it is, because obviously, hey, you got my number and your number ain't coming up, but you asking me questions. Delete. Not gonna even entertain it. That will empower you tenfold. That will empower you tenfold. Stop wasting your energy on stuff that don't matter. Stop wasting your energy. If you go on break, then break. That's how I feel, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to break up, and you have to understand, you don't want to stay too long in a relationship. You know, it's not going nowhere. It's a dead end. Y'all not getting y'all needs met. Y'all don't have the same direction, the same focus, and you got to realize that sometimes it's like that. Sometimes y'all gonna come come together. Y'all not gonna be on the right piece. You're not gonna be in the same direction. But some relations they have to end, and like I say, you don't want to be harmful. You don't want to be damaging, but you do have to understand that sometimes you do have to cut the ties. Sometimes,
Right. See,
both men and women.
Here's another thing I want people to understand. The person you was in that relationship 90 days ago, you're not that person no more. The person you was in that relationship, in that draining, toxic, crazy, manipulative relationship, you're not that person. You're stronger now. You move forward. The sky's the limit now. You understand what I'm saying? You're seeing blue skies. You're hearing birds chirping. You're walking on the beach. The sand is curling up between your toes. You are not the same person. So why would you want anybody to remind you about 90 days ago? Why would you keep anybody around you that wants to remind you who they thought you was or think you are 90 days ago? Come on, man. 90 days ago, I was overweight. 90 days ago, I had a stroke and I was battling cancer. 90 days ago, I lost my kids. 90 days ago, I was at a funeral and I was fighting for my life. I was in jail. 90 days ago, I had bad credit. But now, oh shit, I'm that shit now. I'm not the same person you knew 90 days ago. So why are you entertaining that conversation? Why are you letting them pull you back 90 days ago to talk about some shit where, hey, look, you had the opportunity to be in my life. You had the opportunity to do the right thing. You decided that me being loyal, trustworthy, honest, cool, shit, providing the D, right? You decided, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't good enough. JC, what you think, man? Somebody talk to me. Come on.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, you could be doing everything. Sometimes it's not gonna work itself out. Like I said, you gotta know when to cut the string, cut the cord, and just understanding that it's not gonna work itself out. And like I said, you build from within what you need to focus on. What you need to focus on what you can do better. Like I said, you always gotta go back to the drawing. Don't let don't let that one outcome define who you are. 'Cause that's not who you are. 90 days ago, 100 days ago, I mean, that was where you was at, but it's all about where you're going in the future. It's not about past. It's all about what direction you're going forward.
Definitely, definitely, definitely. I think that once we realize that life is not over because we are now moving into another situation, that's actually rediscovering ourselves. A lot of people don't take the time to find out who they are or to reevaluate or assess, okay, what happened in that relationship that made it the way it was. That's one. Two, a lot of people don't apply what they did wrong. Well, sometimes we forget to apply what we did individually that was wrong. A lot of people don't give 100%. See, here's the thing. If I didn't give 100% in my last relationship and it turned out bad, I can't then run around and say, well, it was all her fault and take no responsibility for self. A lot of times when we have friends, our friends are knuckleheads. They knuckleheads because here's the thing. They love us so much, right? They care for us so much, right? They never say, well, what did you do wrong? Do you realize what you did wrong? The only thing that we talk about with our friends is what the other person did wrong. So now we take the same wrongdoing into the next relationship, and the cycle repeats itself. How many of your friends right now have been in 6 or 7 different relationships in the last 6 months? They didn't
Wow.
post. Look, they didn't post it on Facebook. My boo, my babe. Da, 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 da. On to the next one. On to the next one. You know why? Here's the medium, folks. The medium is that person. It is not those men. It's not those other women. It's that person. You're the person that's actually providing that toxic and narcissistic behavior because, hey, you never fixed yourself. No one around you never told you, chill, assess the situation. Let me help you. Because when your friends just sit down and they listen to you say the other person's the problem, at some point in time, you all have to assess the situation as a unit, as a team, right? As a squad, as a crew, and say, you know what, maybe it's you. Maybe it's you.
Yeah, I mean, you can't have no yes man or yes woman that's going to tell you, everything you did or everything that person did was wrong. Like you have somebody, punching your chest like, hey, you messed up here, you messed up there, you could have done this a little bit better. Like people constantly telling you everything the other person doing wrong, they're not really
Mhm.
hindering it as opposed to helping you out. So you got to be cautious of whoever you keep around in your circle.
I, I'm, I'm definitely always skeptical when someone tells me it's the other person, it's the other person, it's the other person. It always makes me think like, well, what did you do? You know what I'm saying? What did you do? You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm a guy, right, and I'm with a woman, right, and I go in there and I pee on the toilet seat, I'll light that shit, make it rain, like right. And she goes and she tells her friend, "Oh, that's a nasty SOB," right? And I'm just like, but I peed on the toilet seat because I had a bladder infection. I couldn't hold it in or what. There's reasons why I did that, but you never say the reasons why. You know what I'm saying? Or better yet, hey, shit, maybe I don't know, maybe because you made me do it. The thing about it is we all have responsibilities and we all need to be responsible for our actions. So here's the thing. Every single time that you sit down to assess someone else and what they're doing wrong, you have to take that same time and same energy. What my homeboy say, keep the same energy. Keep the same energy. When you're pointing fingers at someone else, point the fingers back at yourself and say, well, what about me? Look in the mirror and say, what about me? Because I don't believe that a lot of the men that bash women and a lot of the women that bash men, I don't believe they take true, honest assessments of self. I truly, honestly do not believe that. Because if they did, it'd be a whole lot less bashing and a whole lot more self-reflection and a lot more positive energy.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, like I said, it all comes down to self-assessment. Me personally, I always take the blame. I don't never really point the finger. If stuff don't go right, I always take accountability. So that's just me. But everybody gotta be accountable for your own stuff. Wherever you made a misstep, maybe you got complacent. Like I said, you got complacent. Maybe you stop, being that person, that guy, that woman, to you was in the beginning. But you just gotta always, look at yourself within, like what I need to do better, so I don't sit there and damage the next person I'm with. Because if I don't hear myself now, then I'm damaging the next person. If I don't get therapy, I don't get the help that I need, and
Right.
instead of me being a blessing to somebody, I'm gonna be a hindrance, and you don't want that either.
I see a lot of great comments, man. I'm just going to point out a few of them. Cassandra says a lot of men and women feel that the only way to get over someone is to get with someone else. Never take time to heal. That is true. That is so true. The issue is that when you never take time to heal, social media is a motherfucker because you use social media. See, here's the thing. I need, as a man, I get out of a relationship and I need to make my ex jealous. So then I'm gonna go get another female and say, look, y'all, this is my new babe, this is my new boo. Hold on. Next month, we fall out. New babe, new boo. Next month, we fall out. New babe, new boo. And you see it, it's just like it's like a movie. You ever watch somebody's social media timeline and it's like a movie? It's like you with a new person? God damn. You see what I'm saying? But like you said, we don't take time to heal because we don't have people around us that allow us to heal. They don't allow, they encourage us to go out. They encourage us, hey fam, hey, don't worry about her, bro. Go get you another female, bro. Go get another female. Hey girl, go get another man. They don't encourage you to sit down and say, chill hey, look, god damn, drink some water. Chill out. You see what I'm saying? It's a fast-paced lifestyle that we all live sometimes, and we don't take the time to kind of slow, steady it and think. They said, someone said it, and I actually saw it, and it said something about, the type of people that you have around you, and that you attract. You're a type of people. Like certain people attract hurt people. Certain people attract disloyal people. You see what I'm saying? Because that's the way they are, and that's what they know themselves to be. Like certain people who are victimizing themselves a lot, they attract people that encourage the victimization of themselves. Like you stay a victim, you stay worried about whatever's happened to you. They don't make you come out of that rut. They don't encourage you to do better. They like, let's focus on the thing that happened. Talk to me, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about getting down to the root issue, root cause. Like I said, you could be, poor management of your money. You could be, overspending your money. You could be, wasting your time leisurely. You should be, studying. You should be more focused. So, like I said, a lot of stuff you can improve internally instead of always trying to point the finger.
So Shay says, and people don't want to communicate and be vulnerable because we've been hurt so much. You know what? That's a great point. That's a great point. We don't, I'll speak for men. Matter of fact, I'll speak for myself. It is very, I'll just speak for myself. It is very, cool. I'm not going to sit down and tell someone I'm feeling sorry for myself. That's just not me. Sometimes I just wasn't raised like that. I wasn't raised to promote out loud that level of concern. I've been taught to say, hey, suck it up, deal with it, and move on. The issue is that a lot of young men are not taught to talk out their feelings. They're taught to act out their feelings. That's why you got a lot of men who get into tussles or whatever, but after they get to fighting, after a while, it's like, yeah, that was stupid, man. I should have just gave you a piece of that Snickers bar. I don't know why we got to fight. You see what I'm saying? But the thing about it is we don't have a lot of adults teaching other people, not only adults, but children, how to ask for help. And then allowing them to say, it's okay that you don't know how to do X, Y, and Z. Because of how social media plays out. You gotta be the baddest bitch. You gotta be the hardest done. You gotta be the best. So there's nothing promoting, it's okay to be average. It's okay to be weak sometimes. It's okay to ask for help. That's just my take, man.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, we have been conditioned as far as a lot of men, as far as don't cry, suck it up. That's kind of the toxic masculinity that's poured into young men. So you still have to be mindful that it's okay to cry, it's okay to have emotions, but a lot of times you're not being taught, so you feel like you're weak, or you may feel you're gay if you express yourself, and a lot of times you feel like insecure, like if I say this or act this way, then I might be looked down upon. But I feel like it's strength. You can cry, you can show emotions. As long as you know how to keep everything in measure, then you should be okay. But we have to have more men that's like willing to be more vulnerable to teach other men that it is okay to see more men. It's okay, because we have like a lot of women that saying it's okay, but it's like you gotta see more men out there teaching, educating your young brother that it is okay. This is what manhood is. It's okay to cry. You're gonna lose some, you're gonna win some, but you still have to get up and and move forward.
I think as long as we have a voice, then we have a responsibility to encourage people to speak out. Speak up. If there's an issue and you want a resolution, then to speak up and get the help that you need. A lot of our support systems are broken. A lot of the people that's around us have been in so many bad relationships. The only good advice they can give you is bad advice. That's the only thing that they can give you that's going to be relevant. They're going to tell you how to move 30 miles away from a problem or a solution that can happen right here. They're going to give you all of the bad stuff to do versus just fixing the problem. They're going to tell you, hey, how you are the greatest thing since sliced bread. They're going to empower you, but they're going to empower you negatively, the wrong way. Girl, you don't need him. Bro, you better than her. You better than this. Well, maybe you're not. Maybe you are a jackass, asshole. You know, maybe you are a bad person and you need to, hey, shit, maybe you do need to talk to somebody. But it's going to take somebody that's willing to give you tough love, that's going to actually care about you and actually realize that you may be the issue. You've been in too many relationships with too many different types of people to say that it's somebody else's fault, to blame somebody else. It's time now to take responsibility. Talk to
Yeah.
me, bro.
And like you said, it's all about taking accountability. You can't keep pointing the finger like, like I said, you're the common denominator in everything you do. So, there's just stuff that's going to be like messed up, jacked up. That's just how life is, but you got to know how to not let it beat you down, but empower you to make you, be stronger to keep moving forward, and just use that
Definitely,
as motivation to move forward to a bigger promise,
definitely,
because everything
definitely.
happens, whether it's good or bad. You may not know the message, but you will receive the message. Maybe you
Mm,
may not understand right now, but down the road, years later, you're like, damn, I'm glad that stuff happened to me. Back when it did happen, because I
yeah,
learned from it and I
definitely.
improved and I was able to learn and able to teach others what to do or what not to do, or how to handle situations or how not to handle situations.
Definitely, definitely. I mean, we take those lessons learned and we apply them to our life in a positive manner. And that's why I said in reference to once you leave a situation, let that situation um, let it dissolve through time, but let it dissolve in a manner where it's not constantly ripping off the scab. Let it heal. Let yourself heal. And if you need to talk to someone, talk to somebody that's um neutral, a neutral party that's going to give you actual good advice. You see what I'm saying? They have a positive lifestyle. They have a positive outlook on life. Can you imagine talking to a negative person and then trying to get positive advice from them? You know what I'm saying? Imagine me asking JC. That's JC. Imagine me asking you for advice, but you
Yeah.
got an issue with black women. Hey, bro, man. Hey, my girl, man. She don't cook, man. You know what I'm saying? And I asked JC, man, leave her ass. Black women don't cook anyway. So who's really the problem? Am I the problem because I asked someone who I knew was gonna give me bad information, or is JC the problem because he just giving me bad information? You see what I'm saying? It's some people will say that's a double-edged sword, but what I'm saying is we seek advice from people who are not in a position to give us good advice. We do. We go on social media and we listen to people tell us how we need to hate one another, how we need to disrespect one another, how we need to bash one another, when really a lot of the issue is we have not done a self-reflection and we have not allowed that situation to heal. So now we want someone to tell us that we're right. So I'm gonna tell you all my whole story, and it's gonna be my whole point of view, and I'm hoping that everybody agrees with me. And the first person, because you can control social media, the first person that don't agree with me, I'm gonna block them. Because I don't want to hear what they have to say, especially if it's a difference of opinion that actually says, well, what about what you did? Talk to me,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah. You said difference of opinions. Yeah, it's like I said, people, like I said, the people may not shortcut everything, but you still got to make sure that listen to people with sound advice, proven results, people that know what they're talking about, and just don't be around negativity, people that are not going to try to, lift you, bring you up, or just try to, shame you or shame your classes or whoever you keep in your circle. So, just got to choose better.
Definitely, man. I mean, we ladies and gentlemen, find a reason to get excited about life again. Find a reason to get excited about waking up, going to work, going to the gym, raising your kids, being in relationships. Loving yourself. Find a reason to. Once you do that, you're going to say, man, you're going to stop being one of those people, because I hear it a lot. I ain't about drama. Men and women, I ain't about drama, and they being knee deep in shit. If you're not about drama, you're not going to entertain drama. You're not going to talk about drama. You're not going to sell it to nobody, and you're not going to buy it from nobody. You understand what I'm saying? You're not going to have time for that. You're not going to have time for that. You're going to steadily come up with strategies for you and the people that you love and you care for to win. And if y'all winning, it ain't about what somebody else saying about 90 days ago. They don't know who you are now. They want to know who you are now. That's why they fighting to get back in your life. They're fighting to hold on to you because they know what they lost. So for the lady that said her husband is running around the town saying, he's single, don't worry about him. He's saying it to people that he knows you know, so that way they can come back and tell you, so that way he can still be on your mind. He can still apply some space in your head. So you can't be the best you, for your children, and for whatever else you're doing in reference to success for your life. Ladies and gentlemen, stop letting people occupy time and space in your life that you don't want to deal with anymore. That's what it is, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I was saying your time is most personal value, so gotta be cautious of whoever you let, share it with, you're gonna spend time with. So, it's very limited. So you always gotta figure, whoever you're entertaining, whether it's business, whether relationship, whether it's just friendship, anything, you always gotta make sure the person truly values you, your time, and just have the best interest for you, and not gonna kind of tell you what you want to hear. They're gonna tell you what's right, and you messing up, hey, you fucking up, like point blank, and how we gonna do better, But what else you gotta say?
Man,
Hold
hey,
on, one
look,
second.
I appreciate the invite. I appreciate
Hold
you.
on, hold on.
You gonna read some of
Hannah has
these
a question.
comments?
She said,
Okay.
"How many people spend time beyond social commentary studying what it takes to be in a long-lasting relationship?"
How many people do it?
Yeah.
Very few. Very few. People. Okay. There's very few people that are enlightened by self-improvement. There are very few people that promote self-improvement. Half the time when you hear someone talking about something positive, there's always somebody negative saying, oh, you're not that positive, right? If JC says, I'm going to speak to women because I want to empower them, there's going to be someone that says, well, he's just trying to get some butt. There has to be, I'm telling you, there has to be somebody negative to pull or distract you away from whatever positive thing is going on. So when you talk about, well, how many people actually look for enlightenment? How many people look for betterment? Let me tell you something, man. We are responsible for the people that we can touch, the people that we can reach. So when you say how many people, you only need one person, you. You control your world. You control your circumference of people that you deal with. They say the sum of 5 people is you. That means if you got 5 negative people around you, then you negative. But if you keep 5 positive people around you, then you're trying to do something better. You keep rich people around you, trying to get rich. You keep broke people around you, trying to stay broke. You keep ghetto people around you, and you okay with being ghetto. See what I'm saying? So my thing about it is, if you take a step back and look at it right now, and you say, do I have 5 positive people in my life that I deal with on a regular basis, right? On my timeline, what are they posting? What are they posting? Can I sit on my social media page and scroll up the page with my daughter or my son? Well, that's what you deal with. 70% of your day. 70% of your day. If it's spent on social media and it's not building you, it's not building your family, it's not promoting success, it's not promoting positive thought, the question is, what are you doing?
You
JC,
said
I
second
appreciate it,
chance.
brother. I appreciate it. Hey, we're gonna have to do this again soon. Y'all share this. If y'all want to, please send me a friend request because you know we're gonna be doing this again. If you got any questions, please drop them down. I'll make sure I check this later or whatever. JC, I appreciate it, brother. This has definitely been enlightening. And it's definitely overdue, brother. It's overdue.
All right, appreciate you. Appreciate you,
All
man.
right, man.
Appreciate you.
All right, have a
All right,
great
y'all have
night,
a good
man.
one. And you make sure you put your. Oh damn. But yeah, though, like I said, I've been off for a minute. Been on vacation. Been spending time. So, like I said, I'll be on a little bit more often. Go check out Mario 2. Until next time, you have a blessed one. I'm out. Peace.